My name's Adriaan Overbeeke, and I'm visiting Dwight and Mary Kay Martin here at their foundation in Chiang Mai, Thailand. Dwight, you've told me this foundation is the research center for the Thai church. Help us understand what that means.
We collect data of all the churches in Thailand, so we know where all the Christians are and where churches are and where they're not and where churches need to be located. And we make this available to the Thai church leaders, to missionaries all across the country and around the world. Initially, we started with digital libraries. We took thousands of written Christian materials, literature that was no longer available, and made it available on the internet. In the last 2 years, we've actually been able to reprint this material through a print-on-demand system that was donated to us. We have a Facebook pages with 62,000 likes, and people have actually come to know the Lord through these Facebook pages and internet sites.
As the research coordinator for the Thai church, talk to me about the situation in Thailand. What does the church look like? Where are the needs? What's that big picture?
Well, Adriaan, among the Thai people, it's 0.31% Christian, one of the largest, least reached people in the world. Do you realize that 75% of the districts in Thailand here have no church? 75%, that's 5,075 districts. 62% of the population live there. Over 38 million people live in those areas. And if they don't have a church in their area, how are they going to know God? Who's going to teach them? And in fact, one person dies every 2 minutes in these areas without any chance of learning about the Lord. So that's the situation here in Thailand. There are many dark areas here in Thailand that need to be exposed, and Satan doesn't like the light of Christ shined in those areas. And that's what our role is to expose Satan and shine Christ's light into those dark areas.
What tools do you use to expose the dark areas?
We have developed an online database called Harvest. It's a web application. We update this daily. There's no other place in the world that does that keeps track of the growth of the church on a real-time basis, if you will. And so from this information, we can know very specifically what's going on. What is the status of the Thai church? I use this information and share it all around the country. I travel all parts of Thailand, speaking to church leaders, speaking to missionaries, about the need of the gospel and what can be done about it. Just last month, I had an opportunity to speak to over 4,000 Thai church leaders and share some of these very facts about the need of the gospel in Thailand. This is not just an academic effort. The young man that keeps track of all our church data has gotten so inspired helping us that he himself realized that he lives in an unreached area, and now he's starting a church in his area. So that's one of the cool things that have come out of this.
How did this role come about for you and your foundation?
Adriaan, all I can say it's all about God. It's His sovereignty. When Mary Kay and I arrived back in Thailand, I had an opportunity to meet with all the Thai church leaders, and I was amazed that to a person they knew my folks. And they invited us to join them because they knew I had an IT background and I knew the culture and language from growing up here. So it's all about God, and God just had this role planned. But it's also in the blood. I've got this book from my dad and how he used to collect data. Now, he didn't have computers back in the 60s and 70s, but even back then, he was drawing maps of Thailand about what their work in ministry in Thailand.
We are partnering with you, Dwight, in this ministry because we believe it's vital for the gospel. And we want to invite others to join us in that same partnership. And you're going to help us know how to do that.
The most important thing is prayer, to pray for us. I've been told by many pastors that we have targets on our back. Satan doesn't like the dark areas to be exposed, and so he does everything he can do to stop that. The other area is financial support. There's 3 areas that we need funding for. One is this building. God has given us this building, and we're looking to purchase it. We have made the first payment, but we have more payments to come. Secondly, we need resources for exposing the dark areas with all the work we do with the database and the printing of materials to expose these dark areas. And then finally, Mary Kay and I need to have support so that we can be here personally. There's a link to a website here called CrossTiesAsia.org. If you go to that website, there's a donate button. And on that donate button, you can choose from the drop down whether you want to support the building program, exposing the dark areas, or personally. And you can easily go online and support us that way.
Dwight, thanks for sharing about your foundation with us, and we look forward to partnering with you in the future.
Thank you so much for supporting the Martin and be with him and his family to work with us. We feel that this is the gift from the Lord for the national plan in Thailand, because he came in the time of our need, and we were looking for someone just like him that can fit in what we need. And we thank you so much that the Lord sending him and the family to come and help us for the last few years. It's very helpful to us. It helped us a lot and help us to progress in doing evangelism and church planting. And we encourage you that to keep supporting him, pray for him, encourage him. We need him. Thank you.